Alright, we are going to do a stove test with 1 ounce of heat from the yellow bottle. On the left we have the Fancy Feast stove, and on the right we have the Batchstovez 2.0 with an added wicking around the outside. It's kind of a comparison because I've had issues with the stove on the right a little bit. There's no wind in here. I'm even blocking from the back, but this is in the garage closed. And then I've got a clock over here. So the first test is going to be how long will each stove burn on 1 ounce of alcohol, and then we'll do a boil test. Alright, we'll light the first stove, second stove, hit the stopwatch, looks like this one went out. Of course, the stove on the left does not require any priming. Obviously the stove on the right will take about 2 minutes to bloom, but this test is for the total burn time on 1 ounce of alcohol. Looks like the stove, the 2.0 is in a bloom. Almost. It's at 1 minute 15 seconds. We are at 5 minutes 15 seconds. Five minutes 26 seconds. You can see the 2.0 Batchstovez 2.0 on the right has already gone out. It went out at about 5 minutes 30 seconds. We're at 6 minutes 8 seconds. Looks like the Fancy Feast is starting to get weak at 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Fancy Feast is about out at 6 minutes 52 seconds. Fancy Feast stove is out at 7 minutes 20 seconds. So on 1 ounce of fuel, neither of those are too outstanding, and that's burning without any water on top or anything. So the next thing we're going to do is the boil test. 1 ounce of fuel per stove. We're going to do it one at a time and see if 1 ounce will get to a rolling boil, and if so, then how long will it last after. But so far, the total burn time on 1 ounce of alcohol is a lot less than what I've read and seen on the internet. So this is why I'm making this video, is to see what's up. All right, first contestant up for boiling on 1 ounce of yellow heat is the Fancy Feast. We've got 2 cups of water in an aluminum Batchstovez pot, which is awesome. I'm looking inside here. This doesn't really require much as far as timing. Start the clock. So we're at 7 minutes 7 seconds. Getting there. Not quite a rolling boil yet, we're getting close. Seven minutes 26 seconds. So we got a full boil now at basically about 7 minutes 36 seconds. And the stove is still burning. That's basically the kind of result that I would expect. On 1 ounce of fuel, I should be able to get two cups of water to a boil and still have a little bit of heat left. We're at 8 minutes 15 seconds. Of course, there's no wind. Temperatures are mild. I'm kind of new to alcohol stoves, but I did recently try to use them in 10-degree conditions, and I ended up going back with the wind burner because it was kind of windy too. It was pretty cold. It was during that winter storm. I was in North Carolina in the mountains with the hammock group there from Mount Rogers, but I think in the summer, spring, and fall I would definitely go save the weight and take one of these stoves. It's still boiling at 9 minutes 11 seconds. So plenty of extra room after the boil. 9 minutes 23 seconds. job done. So 9 minutes, 50 seconds. Pretty solid performance from the Fancy Feast. Now let me dump the water, cool off the pot, and start back at room temperature with the Batchstovez 2.0. Alright, here we go with the Batchstovez 2.0. I actually wetted the wick around the outside, not sure what that does. Did it anyway. Going with 1 ounce of yellow heat. Two cups of water. Cool room temperature. The pot is cool now. Clock is set to 0. Go ahead and light the stove. I'm going to start the clock. Even though it does need to come to a bloom, we'll keep that in mind. I'll tell you when what the clock is at bloom time, and then we can do the math. And I'm thinking that, to me, bloom means I've actually put the pot on in this situation right here, and then the stove will stick to the pot. Doesn't work out, so I wait the full minute 90, or I'm sorry, maybe minute 90 seconds until I see the stuff boiling in the bottom. To me, this looks like it's in a full bloom. That's at 48 seconds, but I'm going to wait just a little bit because I don't want it to stick. It's almost like I go by the time more than what it looks like, because to me it looks like I could put the pot on right now. But in the past I've put it on and then it'll go out and kind of stick to the bottom of the pot. Alright, so we're at 1:30. I mean, I think it's good to go, so I'm going to go for it. It looks like it's going to go out. We'll see. It's still going. Right now we're at 2 minutes 45 seconds. Take a 1:30 off for the bloom. It's been boiling for 2 minutes. I shouldn't say boiling, but heating for 2 minutes. Still going. We did 1:30 for the bloom, and so we're basically at 5 minutes heat time. Getting there. Seems like it's doing pretty well. The Batchstovez 2.0. I guess about 90 seconds is about what it took to bloom, and that seems about to be the standard. We're at 7 minutes, 46 seconds minus a minute and a half, so that's 6 minutes and some change. And the stove went out. And so we didn't get to a boil. And the stove went out. So that's kind of like the experience I've been having. It's been taking like an ounce and a half to 2 ounces to get 2 cups of water to boil. Not sure. That's why I'm making this video, to see, am I doing something wrong here? There's no wind. The temperature is completely mild. With minute 30 bloom, we're at 8 minutes 26 seconds, and we're already done. And we saw previously, before boiling any water, that it went under 6 minutes for a total heat time, or total burn time. So, and also, just to be clear, I'm using yellow heat. So I will compile the video, and we're going to get this out to Sam and